G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Thanks so much for joining me today. Look what I've got. I made a Christmas or holiday, winter holidays sort of coaster mold. I'm going to bring you down so that you can have a better look at it, and I am going to pour in it today for the first time. So here we have got some stars in the night sky, some snowflakes, there's a Santa, and we've got some gorgeous trees over here. There's a house and it's got snow on the roof, look at that, and then it's got some smoke, and then we've got the star and the snowflakes again. And then down here, wow, look at that, we have a stag and a little baby deer. We've got the gorgeous tree again, and stars and snowflakes, so they all follow the same theme. And look, there's Santa, he's waving, he's got a big bag of gifts on his back, and again the gorgeous trees, the stars and the snowflakes. And in the center is a lovely little snowflake key charm, so that you can pop that on your key ring. Maybe you could turn it into a necklace charm, whatever you like. So you can see there that it's got different layers. So what I'm going to do now is I am just going to do the first layer. I'll just pop you back up here on the stand. I'm going to do the first layer first because that's what you do. And yeah, we're going to go from there. So because the first layer is only a very thin layer, and I want to do it in white and navy blue, and the navy blue I'll put some little sparkles in so it looks like the night sky. So the first thing I want to do is my white, and because it's pretty, it's well, I'm going to get a toothpick here so I can sort of show you. They're not too small. I've designed it where they're not too small, but these little areas here, like you don't want to be using a thick resin because you're just going to trap bubbles in there. So I would suggest using a thin resin, or maybe a deep pour resin because it's really thin, but whatever thinnest resin you've got, so that it can go in here. And you can see how these have all got an opening into the edge there, so that when you pour your white in, they're all going to fill in here as well. See, that goes all the way through. So yeah, that's good. And then they've all got this little stand here on the bottom. So I thought I would use, because I need a thin resin and I need a white resin, perfect choice is the Let's Resin polyurethane resin. So if you haven't seen this, it is like water. It's really thin. You don't have a lot of work time. It dries white, so perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one at a time because I can't risk mixing up too much and it sort of curing too fast. So we'll mix up, I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to need. I don't know, I might do 25 of A and 25 of B, and we'll just see what happens. So I've got my scale there, it's on grams, but you might want to do an ounce of A and an ounce of B, but I don't think I'm going to need very much. Look, if I've got a little bit of extra, I can maybe put it onto another one. Whoops. You pour too slowly and it sort of dribbles. Okay, there's 25. I'm just going to leave the lids off for now because I'm going to, this one's stuck. Let me get that off. The B gets a bit of a build-up of, not sure what that is, but you just have to sort of pick it off. Do it over here. Just sort of kind of pick it off. It's just kind of a crystallization of something, resin, I guess. So it can, but I just banged the lid on the side of the table and it came off, and then I need to clean off the edges there. All right, so 25 of this one. Oh gosh, I'm going to have way too much. I'm going to have enough to do two, I think. All right, so I'll just leave that there. Make sure I don't mix the lids up. Actually, I better put them on so I don't mix them up. All right, so that's 25 of A, 25 of B. Actually, I'll just move it out of the way. All right, so I'm going to watch my clock there. I'm just going to probably mix for 45 seconds. And then we'll pour it in. And I like using the little paper cups because I can make a spout, so I can pour more precisely of where I want it to go. Now this mold, hopefully, well, I'll have to keep the video until the mold's in stock, won't I? Yes. Only available in my eBay store at the moment. It's too expensive for me to, like I can't afford to ship these heavy molds. It's really heavy. I can't afford to ship them to the US, to Amazon, because then I would have to charge way too much for the mold, so can't do it. All right, here we go. Pouring in. Oops, we're running down the side. I do need to get that out of the way. Pouring it in, and hopefully it will just find its own way. I'm dripping down the side of my cup. All right, just need to make sure that everything has filled. See, as you pour it in, there's something in there. As you pour it in, it sort of just finds its own way. I'll see if I can get this one done as well before my resin starts to thicken too much. Hopefully it's thin enough to still do its thing. Starting to thicken though. You really don't get much time. Probably should have just done one. I'm going to pour over the antlers there and just let it go in. Oops, now it's getting quite hot. I'm going to push that in. Yeah, I should only do one at a time. Okay, I'll know for next time. Whoops, okay, no, it's gone. It's gone. I need to get some in here. Because I poured it sort of deeper in the cup, so it cures much faster in the cup. Just trying to get into this little star here. This is why I said do one at a time, and then I go and do two. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to wipe that off the top of that antlers there. Okay, I don't think that one's going to work too well. I'm going to have to pull that out. Once it's cured, I'll just pull it out and redo it. So one at a time. One at a time. So I probably only needed 15. 15 and 15, I guess, would have been ample because I've got a little bit left in there. But yeah, look, I tried. I tried. But it's going to be ready. I can unmold this like in 10 minutes and I'll just peel it out and I'll do another one. It wasn't worth throwing it out. I thought I might as well try, but it just cured so fast. This is why I'm saying to you, it doesn't have a very long work time at all. You stir it for like 30 to 45 seconds and tip it out, and that's it. All right, I'll wait till this is cured. Actually, I can do the other two, can't I? Well, let's do the next one. I'll just do one this time. Just do one. Oh gosh. All right, so we'll go 15. Which is half an ounce. 15. That says 14. It's close enough. Go to 0. Okay. My pressure pot decided to turn on. So I had to, it was so loud. It scares me. It's so loud when the compressor just turns on all of a sudden. As soon as the pressure starts dropping, it automatically turns back on. It scares me. It always has to do it when I'm videoing. All right, so we'll do another one. I'll take that one out. in a minute. Just throw it and do that one again. Okay, so that's already starting to feel warm, so I'm just going to stop as soon as it starts feeling warm. Oh gosh, it's not pouring very well. There we go. Into the star. But yeah, they're all linked, all these, the first layer, so you can sort of just pour and it should just sort of all find its own way in. And then if you've got any sort of you dripped anything in there, you can just wipe it off with a baby wipe. You don't want to leave it on there because, you know, it's going to go white, and our next layer is going to be the navy blue for the sky, so you don't want to leave any in there of the white. You know, alternatively, you could just wait till it's dry and then just pick it off, so that would work too. You don't have to sort of try and get it off now. You could just wait till it's dry and then pick it off. Probably should have done that actually. Oh gosh. But this is like I said, this is the first time I'm using it, so we are learning together here. I can see the little drops and I thought, oh, I'll just get them off. I'm not very patient waiting for them to cure and then I have to pick them off. I should try pouring a little bit more gently, shouldn't I? So I'm not getting any, dropping any little drips, dripping any drops. All right, let's do the next one. You can see how that's already gone white there. Do I have much left? Oh, I've still got some left actually. Let's try. Oh gosh, I've already put 14 in there. Okay, probably only needed 10 and 10 actually. It's difficult to pour 10 though. Okay, 14 and 14. Use the same stick. Stir it until it starts feeling warm. Probably just do 30 seconds. Now, if you want some of this Let's Resin polyurethane resin, I've got links down in the description for Let's Resin main website and also their UK and US Amazon stores. I find that me being in Australia, I can jump onto the Amazon Australia site and they do have some products there. Not all of them, but they do have some resin and products there. So, all right, that'll do. That will do. I need to find something better than a cup to use on these. Only because it's dripping down the side. I mean, apart from that, it's great. It's just dripping down the side in a few areas. Could just pour it in the middle and let it find its own way as well. I should probably just do that. Maybe I'll do that next time. Next time. It's always a next time. All right, so I've still got a tiny bit left there. But yeah, you don't need very much resin. That's for sure. Clean up my mess. Just a couple of little areas there. I'm getting better at the cup, but yeah, it's still sort of dripping a little bit. Because you're only using a small amount, you could potentially use, actually I wonder if a piping bag would work. Maybe I should try a piping bag because I've got more control. You know, snip the top off. How about we do that with this one? I'd like to, because I want to do another one of this one. And I'll see if the piping bag works a little bit better. Just do a little bit more controlled, I guess. let's see if we can get this out. It should be cured. Yep. Look at that. Beautiful. I told you it cured quickly. So I'll just have to sort of clean this up a little bit. And you can see, I don't know if you can see there, there's the bits that are sort of overflowed or I've spilt. See, they easily just pick off, so not a problem. All right, I am going to go and get a piping bag organised, and we'll do the last one in a piping bag and just see if it's any easier. So those few little drips that I've got, I'm just using actually a piece of tape on my mould, and look at that! Oh, that gets them off perfectly. That's so much easier. Any little bits that I've dropped, I can go through when these are all cured as well, and just like that. Ha! That works so well. Oh, look. All right, let's move on. I've got my little piping bag. I did cut the top off because I don't need all of that. I'll put that in there, get that ready to go. All right, so let's just do 10 and 10. There's no point wasting this resin. 12, 30. Oh, I tried. You think you're not pouring much in, but it goes in quick. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, there we go, 13. Put that lid back on. Okay, I'll probably move that now. I don't need it again. Okay, here we go. We're stirring, and then I'll have to pour it into there. I do need a paper towel. I should have got this ready before. Paper towel, pair of scissors. Okay, stir. Now I've got to remember not to pour it in there. I've got to pour it in here. So it's a pretty quick way of doing a project, and it's not a lot of resin. You know, like 20 grams in each is not a lot of resin. I mean, we are going to back it with regular resin, and I'll just use Let's Resin's, probably just their fast cure resin, I guess. Whoops, talking too much, I'm not concentrating. I'll just put that in there. Okay, put that in there. It's already warm. Twist it around. Now it's very liquidy, so make sure that you're tucking it in well. Chop the top off. Okay, here we go. Okay, so far so good. But like I said, you could probably just fill in the main section and let the resin just run in. It's getting quite hot. I think I mixed it for too long. Again. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just amazing how fast it cures. Just amazing. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, I think we're done. Just use it all up. Okay, done. Done skis. Yay! Well, that was a lot easier. And I did actually cut quite a big hole. Probably could have got away with a smaller hole. But look, it's learning. I'm learning how to use the polyurethane resin because it is a creature on its own. It's not, you know, it's not like regular resin. Cures so fast. It's so thin. But yeah, it's great for little small sort of fiddly things. I think it's really great. All right, I'm going to let these all cure up now. And yep, that worked really well. Better with the piping bag than it was with the cup. So yeah, only because it was dripping down. Not sure. All right, I'll see you when these are totally cured, and we'll do the top coat. All right, they have cured nicely, and I just went through with my little bit of tape, and if I had a little droplet on the top that I dripped, the tape is picking it up. So I went through and I did all of them. So hopefully, I just went around like that. And I just realized I forgot to do my snowflake. I can do the snowflake in a minute. I'll just do some white again. So the snowflake's quite deep. It's the same depth as the total of this. So you could fill it all the way, of course. And if you only wanted to do a thin snowflake, you could certainly just fill it halfway. And I was thinking, when I peeled that one out that didn't work, I thought, how amazing would that be as a Christmas tree ornament? So definitely going to do another one, but just this first layer of the white. And then because it's really lightweight, you could hang it on the tree. It would look amazing. So I have mixed up half a cup of resin, and I am using the Let's Resin Fast Cure. If you don't have this one, you can just use the regular one, regular casting resin. And I was looking through my box of Let's Resin colours because I thought I'll just use all Let's Resin products today since I started with them. I don't have, in my box of colours, I don't have a navy blue. There's lots of shades of blue, but I don't have a navy. And I want a really dark night sky. And this is the darkest blue that I've got. It's by Art Tree Creations, and it's called Deep Azurite. So I'm going to pop some in there. Got that. I haven't stirred my resin yet. I've only just put it into my cup. I like to add my colours and then stir for 4 minutes rather than stirring the resin for 4 minutes and then putting the colour in, and then I've got to stir for another couple of minutes. So this is just easier for me. Now, the other thing I'm going to use is a little tiny bit of Max Sparkle from Colour Passion. It's very strong. Don't need a lot. I'm just going to put a tiny bit in there. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, it's pretty strong. So now I mix my resin for 4 minutes. If I need to have any more blue, then I will add it. I don't need to put it in my vacuum chamber or bubble remover machine because I'm only doing the top coat now. All those little fiddly intricate bits are done already. Can you see? Just a few little glittery bits in there. I don't want a lot. Just want a few little glittery bits. All right, so I'm going to set my timer for 4 minutes. Stir this, and then I'll be right back. 4 minutes is up, and I think that looks really nice. Nice and dark blue. If you've got a blue and you wanted to make it a little bit darker, you could add some black alcohol ink, some black pigment paste, just a tiny bit though, because it's very strong, just to make your blue a couple of shades darker. All right, so now all we need to do is pour that over the top. I won't put too much in. Hopefully half a cup's enough for all of these. Don't want to overflow anybody. Like so. Let's keep a tiny bit in there just to make sure that everyone's got the same amount. Push that to the edges. Probably could have actually had a little bit more, but just because your mold is a certain depth doesn't mean you have to fill it up all the way. Of course you can if you want to, but you don't have to. Oops, you're gone already. I'll put a little bit more in this one. I can see it's not quite as full. And this one. And that's it. Beautiful. So yeah, I could have put a little bit more in, but I just thought, 3, 6, 9, 12, I thought about 120 grams or mils should be enough, which is about half a cup. That's probably more like 4, 8, 12, 16, so maybe 160 grams So there we go. All right, I'm not going to torch because I don't want to burn my new mold. I'm just going to give it a light spray with some isopropyl alcohol. And that's done. Yay! I am going to just mix up some more of the polyurethane. And I can do my snowflake. So I'll put that on 0. I'm going to see what it looks like. I don't know if you'll actually notice at all, but I'm going to put a little bit of this sparkle in. I'm going to do it first. Like so. We'll 0 that. And let's just try and do 10. 8. Oh, 9. Okay, that'll be all right. 9 and 9 is 18. 14. 16. 18. If you pour it faster, you know, it doesn't drip down the sides, but I'm only using such a small amount. All right, so it will dry, obviously it'll dry white, and let's put my scale away. It'll be interesting to see whether or not we'll have like a shimmery white. I thought I'll put it in first, that way I don't have to stir too much. So again, I'm just putting my hand there around the base there, and then as soon as it starts feeling hot, I am looking at my clock too, so 30 seconds should be fine. I wouldn't go any longer than 30 seconds. I remember the first time I used this, I think I stirred for like 2 minutes, and yeah, live and learn. Okay, there we go. It's feeling quite warm. Pinch that. Oh, it's looking really pretty going in there. See how it just spreads? Spreads on its own. You just sort of pour into the middle and it kind of spreads on its own. I've got a tiny bit left. What can I do with it? Nothing. Oh, if I can, I'm going to put it in a puffy heart just over here. Oh, I didn't fill it up all the way. Never mind. Never mind. All right, so that's those done. And I'll come back to you in about 6 hours or so for the unmolding. All right, the time has come. So excited. What should I do first? I guess this one. It's closest to me. I'll get them all out first. A little bit of resin I missed. So they go crunch crunch because they're peeling out of all those little areas. Oh, it's come out super clean, super clean. All right, I'm not going to turn it around yet. I'm going to get them all out first. Okay. So just do it slowly. Take your time. There's another one, just like the other one. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, and actually I might leave that one for last because I need to pick up the mold. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of black card here so that we can see it without the camera focusing on all of those. Now I don't know which way is going to be up. The only way is up. I don't know which way is up. I'll just have to flip it. Are you ready? I hope it's going to be pretty. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, that is stunning. I love it. See, you got to remember this is the first time I'm seeing these. Look, there's a little pom-pom on his hat. Now, can you see the little lines here and here? Those are like little decorations. So what you can do is you can go in and colour those in a little bit of black with a fine marker, and I'll do that later. Just, yes, to define the area. So cool. Right, so that's that one. Let's do this one. So this is another Santa. Oh, there he is. Look at that. And can you actually see the little bit of sparkle in that navy blue? Not sure if the camera can pick it up or not. So there you go. And he's got some little features there. A scarf and a face, a little carrot nose, and a little broom as well. So we can go over those with some black. So you can mark them, or you can just sort of rub a little bit of colour over it, like a little bit of black paint or something, and then wipe off the top and the black will stay in there. So that's a good option as well, whichever way you want to do it. Now what's this one? Oh, this is the house. Oh, this is the house. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. Love it, love it. Oops, there we go. Wow. So we've got the little door and there's some windows, and you can see the snow is sort of falling off the roof there. Love it. See what I mean about how everything's attached to this edge here? So when you do pour your white in, it runs into all of these little areas. Oh, love it. Okay, and the last one, lucky last. Oh, this is the deer. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! Oh, how sweet is that? Look at that. Oh my gosh, I am in love with these. Let me know what you think. Wow. Now, of course, you can just use these as coasters as they are, and just put your cup on top. If you wanted to, you could pour clear resin in there. If you particularly wanted to, that's what it looks like. I wouldn't, because then, you know, you've got a lip here, or unless you fill the whole thing and top coat it, that's another option. Maybe you're, you know, going to buy the mold and then you make these to sell at a market or stalls or something like that. You could potentially top coat them in heat resistant resin and just go right to the edge. So otherwise you could just leave it like that. How cool is that? Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, let's move these out of the way and let's get our little snowflake out, because I need to sort of bend the mold a little bit to get him out. I'm just going to be careful I don't touch. I don't want to touch on the inside of my mold there, so I'm just going to be careful. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at that. How sweet's that? Gone over a little bit there. That would make a gorgeous little keychain, wouldn't it? Or hang it on your tree, for sure. Hang it on your Christmas tree. Now let's see, can we see any sparkle? Oh, a little bit, not much. It's mainly just white. So there it is. You can have it either way, that way or the other way. So there they are. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments what you think of my new mold. My little Christmas mold, or holiday mold, winter mold, however you like. Oh my gosh, so exciting. All right, I need to do all these little features as well for you. A little paint palette there, and I'm just going to use some black acrylic paint. Don't need much at all, just a little blob, like so. Oops. Missed. Okay, and a touch of water. Just got water in here, a little bit of water. Let's just mix that up a little bit, make a bit of a slurry, like so. You could do navy, you could do silver, you could do gold, whatever colour you wanted to, really. Okay, so that's that one. Alright, now what I'm going to do, hopefully I've got enough water in there, not sure. I'm going to take a little bit on a paintbrush and just going to start here and just sort of push it in. Push it in to the little lines there, in the little grooves. Some eye. And my compressor went off again. This one's just got the little eye there. Alright, now I'm just going to go over this with a dry paper towel and just basically wipe the excess off. Look at that. How cute's that? And then I'll put a little bit of water just on there and just clean that up a little bit. So basically all that's staying in there is that little bit of paint that sort of went into the groove. I'll probably put a little bit more in there actually. Push it in just with a little sort of shortish brush, I think would be the best option. And yeah, that's it. Look at that. How cute's that? So I'm going to go through and do that to all of them. I mean, you don't have to do that. I just think it's a nice little way to finish it off. So yeah, I'm going to do that to the others. Put them flat. Always best to leave your resin flat. Oh look, I've got paint all over me. Just, you know, for 24 hours until they cure totally. Otherwise, if I left it on this, they might end up bendy. So there it is. I will link this amazing Christmas mold down in the description if you want one. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty solid. Yeah, so if you want one, I have limited numbers, but I will link them down below for you. And then if they're popular, I'll make more for Christmas next year. All right, I'm going to keep doing this, and I will see you all for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this one. And yeah, see you for the next one. Okay, take care, guys. Bye for now.